huh?
Over here! You are wanting the devil's toy box, yeah? I can help you, but you must help me first.
How'd a European gent like yourself wind up on a two-dimensional surface like this?
I am but a poor student of the antiquities. I came to Egypt in order to make sketches of the tomb decorations. Little did I expect I would become a tomb decoration myself.
Who did this to you?
The moles. They are completely verrückt. Especially the old one. At first he played the kindly grandfather, but then without warning he turned on me like the vicious wild beast and cursed me with bad luck. I tried to flee, but the way out was blocked by a nasty mole woman with a cheesy accent. She threw another curse at me. In my confusion, I blundered into a tripwire and poof! Curse number 3. And here I am.
You know how to break the spell of protection over the toy box?
Natürlich. During my long confinement here, I have had much opportunity to study the mole magic.
Then why can't you undo your own curse?
Alas, I have the limited mobility up here.
You undo my spell, I'll help undo yours.
What's your problem? Bad accent?
No, I have been confined on this accursed wall for decades. You must free me. Bitte?
What do we need to do to get you down from there?
Do you see the bust of Sammun-Mak?
There's a secret clasp underneath it. Release the clasp and I am released from the wall. Your grateful servant.
How do we get to the bust?
That is the good question.
Hang tight.
I'm good at that.
It's a cozy niche.
I'm free! Oh, glorious third dimension! Oh, blessed relief! I'm free! And you're not. So sorry. Gotta run.
Wait,
You said you'd help us land the devil's toy box.
Do not be silly. What would a couple of bas-reliefs want with a toy box? Just...
Infidels! Vipers! You have removed the sacred bust of Sammun-Mak.
For your sins, you must remain on this wall.
Okay, fair enough. For how long?
For eternity!
I don't get it.
I'm sorry to threaten you, but my little buddy here knows every show tune ever written. And unless you take us off this wall, he's going to sing them all for eternity.
Give my regards to Broadway.
Silence!
Look, I shouldn't say anything, but my friend here, he's the one.
The one?
You know, the one.
Like in the prophecies.
Prophecies?
Didn't you get some prophecies about a great powerful something or other with a magical thing?
When we get home, I'm gonna have a little talk with my agent.
Okay, for reals, there's gotta be some way around this stuck on the wall for eternity, hoo-ha?
Well...
Yeah, come on.
Well, we have to let you off if you can answer the riddle of the Sphinx.
Which no one ever has.
Let's hear the riddle.
All right. You who raid the Pharaoh's tomb, much deserving of your doom. If you want to save your hide, tell us what the gods deride.
What the gods deride. Racism against gods?
Nuh-uh.
People who think everything's about them?
Meaning me, I suppose.
Not even close.
Annoying people?
Is that it? Huh? Did we get it? Huh?
Guess again.
Chick flicks?
Not even close.
Guys who leave the seat up?
Guess again.
Short people?
Nuh-uh.
People who do unflattering impressions of their friends behind their backs?
Like who, for instance?
Like who, for instance?
Not even close.
Those damn whippersnappers with their horseless carriages and crystal sets?
Guess again.
Monkeys?
Nuh-uh.
Insufferable philologistical affectation?
Guess again.
Monsters.
Not even close.
To cut the cucumber lengthwise?
Boy, that's a good one.
Never gets old, does it?
We're free!
And we've still got the bust of Sammun-Mak.
You grab the toy box, Samuth, and I'll cover the exit.
Knucklehead, the toy box has a spell of protection on it, remember?
Come on, cutie. Come to Grandpa.
Why, you sly old rascal.
Whoa, stay back, fellas. I was talking to her.
Hello, boys.
Bouncing boomerangs at a barbecue. She's back.
Never underestimate an independent woman.
Ain't she a caution? Just like my granddaughter used to be not so long ago. Yeah, come on. Come to Grandpa. Grandpa's got toys.
I like toys.
You keep your distance. No tomb raiders allowed in the burial chamber.
Tourist brochures, eh? Planning a little vacation?
Yep, Benny and the kid think I could do a little airing out. Been in this tomb so long, I'm starting to grow mold. Problem is, there's just so many darn places to visit. Say, where you boys from?
The U.S. of A.
Never heard of it. New country, is it?
Say, Gramps, you know that spell of protection you put on the devil's toy box? We just cracked it.
Yep, we nabbed the treasure and we're on our way. Just stopped in to say goodbye.
Nice try, fellas. That security spell is pretty near foolproof, I reckon. I cast it many times, and it ain't failed me yet.
Nice blocks.
Hieroglyphic blocks. Used them to teach my little Nefertiti how to spell way back in the day. Come on, princess. Gramps has some blocks for you to play with.
Can I have them?
You're a little old to be playing with blocks, ain't you?
How about you let us come in, and we'll toss the baby over to you?
No, sir. Baby's got to come to Grandpa all on her own, son. And then Grandpa will tell her little stories and pinch her little fat cheeks.
Lord help us.
Picked a vacation spot yet?
No, darn it, I just can't decide. Where'd you boys say you were from again?
We're citizens of the world.
Oh, I wouldn't go there. Too big.
Stay vague.
Eh?
Hey, baby Amelia Earhart. We were terribly distraught to lose you back there in the desert.
Yes, I could see that at the time, from the way your shoulders were shaking with grief as you ran away. Or was it laughter? Anyway, fortunately for me, a caravan happened to be passing through the area. Bandits. They saw me there and picked me up. I don't speak much Arabic, but I did manage to gather something about my fetching an attractive price at the slave bazaar in Marrakesh. That would have been the end of the story, I suppose, if their chief hadn't carelessly left his scimitar within reach and if I weren't such an expert swordsman. Swordswoman.
Yes, well, don't wander off again.
Next time, something serious could happen.
What you doing in there, baby Amelia Earhart?
Studying the graves of the ancient tomb guardians. I'm on the verge of a major discovery. If my hunch is correct, this place was once home to a race of mole men.
That nice and only vaguely creepy old man over there wants to play with you.
Yes, I know, and you want me to toddle over on my adorable little footsie, so he'll bounce me on his knee and pinch my fat little cheeks and tell me suffocatingly dull stories about bunny rabbits. Also, you can sneak in behind his back and make off with his jewel-encrusted scarab collection or something. I wasn't born yesterday, you know.
My, you are a clever little imp.
Too clever for you, I'm afraid. I've no intention of being a pawn in your game, whatever it is, and I think I have a pretty good idea. Besides, I detest being slobbered over by geriatrics. I find it highly demeaning. I'm a liberated baby, you know. To hell with that Gucci-goo nonsense. This is the 20th century!
Come on, baby Amelia Earhart. Go see Grandpa.
Not in a million years.
Be a good girl.
Woman. Good woman.
Whee! Can't say I didn't warn you.
I don't think that's the way the story is supposed to end. Let's back it up and try it again.
Yes?
Somebody was asking for you in another car.
Yeah? Who?
One of the elves in the last car.
Don't know him.
Listen, we know what it is you're looking for and where you can find it.
And I should believe you. Why?
Because we've got honest faces.
Please.
We're watching you, Jurgen.
Yeah, like I care.
Nobody home. Some sort of letter. My dearest Jurgen, what is this itch that spreads across my dewy young moleskin whenever you are near? I don't know if I should read this.
Read it. Read it.
Whenever you are near, it is love, and only your long, pale fingers can scratch it. Do you itch for me as well? No need to answer. I can see the agony in your eyes when we're together.
I'll bet.
But I must beg you to keep our love a secret for now. My ogre of a father would have a fit. He doesn't realize I'm no longer his little girl, and my grandfather has this crazy irrational hatred for people from Stuttgart.
Interesting.
Be patient, my prince. There's a place for us. A place where moles and Germans can lock lips for eternity.
I think I know what that place is called.
Your love kitten, Nefertiti. I wonder why Grandpa Mole hates people from Stuttgart.
Everyone hates people from Stuttgart. Ah, now we're getting to the good part.
Yeah, but is it a romance or horror?
There's a difference?
Should we go back to the earlier reel or skip ahead to the next one? There must be a way to undo that protection spell so we can get our hands on the Devil's Toy Box.
Should we call the helpline?
Tomb Raiders don't call helplines, little buddy. Huh. 2 doorways.
Halt! 2 doorways.
I just said that.
The doorway of life and the doorway of death. Choose aright, and you will pass through to the Chamber of Delight, wherein our greatest treasure resides. Choose a wrong,
Wrong?
and a mighty scimitar will strike from above and slice you cleanly in half. Proceed, if you dare. Shoot, shoot, shoot! Grr. You were supposed to go through the other door. The other door is the one with the scimitar. You won't be so lucky next time. I'm going to recalibrate the mechanism. You'll have to pass this point again on your way out, and then watch out. That's all. You're not allowed to look.
I guess it's only fair to give him a second chance. Say, buddy.
Yes?
Hey, buddy, you know anything about an elderly mole man with specs?
Sure. That's my pop. He guards the burial chamber.
We ran into this mole person back in New York. Kerchief, obsessed with a can of nuts.
Natasha! My darling little pudding snout. Tell me, what was she up to?
Cursing elves, mostly.
Still doing what she loves most.
Answer me something, Pops. Why is it the moles back in New York speaking this funny dialect, and you talk just the same way we do?
I'm sorry, what did you say? I'm completely thrown by your accent.
Is that the scimitar there, over the...
Don't look! Don't look! The doors of life and death are supposed to be a surprise!
Can you convince the old guy to take down his protection spell and let us have the Devil's Toy Box?
The Devil's Toy Box? The treasure we moles have been guarding for 6,000 years?
Yeah.
No.
Love to stay and chat, but we got a tomb to raid.
Oh.
I need that ventriloquist dummy, Samus. I feel incomplete without it.
You worry me, Maximus.
Young Sammun-Mak started life as a humble frog catcher, but fate intervened.
Hold it right there, buckos! Can't you read hieroglyphics?
It's a turn and a leaf.
Exactly. Turn and leaf. The two of us want to be alone. We happen to be sharing a super intimate moment. Marquis, lover boy.
Lover boy?
It's the dummy!
His name is Charlie Hotep. Now, are you gonna keep away, or do I have to sick spot on you? What?
Listen, kid, I know your feelings for Charlie Hotep are very, well...
Dysfunctional?
But I'm going to have to insist you turn him over to my pal here.
Charlie and me are soulmates.
Right. As if. Charlie and I have a perfect understanding. Just try and come between us, and I'll put a curse on you that'll curl your toes.
Some people would say it isn't very becoming for a young lady to curse.
Yeah, right. Cursing is only like a completely major part of mole culture.
I suppose your dad does a curse too?
Ha! You don't even want to know. He's got, like, the most devastating curse in the whole world. The Sexo-Rejecto Hex.
Can you tell us about it without getting us an M rating?
How'd you like it if the very sound of your voice repulsed the opposite sex? Can you imagine?
What's your curse, little girl?
The Holstein Hex. But I'm not very good at it yet.
We can't just leave. We went through so much to get here.
The doorways of life and death, you mean?
Right.
Dad built that. It's like supposed to discourage shooters. As if I need him always watching over me. God, so embarrassing.
So what happens if we decide to just saunter right in?
Do you want me to set my ass on you?
No, no! Oh, please, God, anything but that!
Your father said something about finding his greatest treasure in here.
Yeah, so you found her. But don't start getting any ideas. I've already found my dream boy.
I'm truly happy for all of us.
Stay sewing, kid.
Shut up!
Sammun-Mak discovers the Devil's Toy Box. The moment that changed the course of history.
Whee!
Sammun-Mak the Great, at the zenith of his power.
Gee, I want to be a god king!
There we see the body of Sammun-Mak, borne to the tomb by the Mole Guardians. They say it was the costliest burial of all time.
Now that's what I love about this country. You guys know how to throw a classy funeral.
Say, buddy,
Yes?
will you please tell your daughter to stop making indecent proposals to us?
My daughter? You?
It's flattering, of course, but a clear violation of workplace guidelines on sexual harassment.
Stop saying that! You're like the grossest guys I've had the unfortunate displeasure to meet, ever!
Indulging in a bit of wishful thinking, eh, fellas?
So, I hear you throw a mean curse.
Well, a father's got to protect his daughter's virtue, doesn't he? The sexo-rejexo hex makes for quite the deterrent. You'd be surprised how few boys come tomcatting around here.
Huh.
But don't worry. I only use the curse on fellows she has a crush on. And, well, I don't mean to be cruel, but you're hardly her type.
Sweet relief.
Your daughter keeps threatening to curse us.
Well, she needs the practice. But I'm sure you fellows don't want to experience the Holstein hex. It's utterly devastating.
Any other curses we should be aware of?
Pop's got a good one. The bad luck whammy. But he never gets riled enough to use it.
Love to stay and chat, but we got a tomb to raid.
Oh.
It's a cozy niche.
You keep your distance. No.
Say, Gramps,
What?
I understand you mole people have a talent for throwing curses.
Ah, here we go. Curses, curses. That's all anybody remembers about us mole people. We're good at dancing, too, but nobody ever wants to hear about that. Forgive the outburst, Sonny. What was it you wanted to know?
Your son Benny must have a pretty powerful curse.
You better believe it. The, SCXO Rejexo Hex fixes it so the very sound of your voice repels the opposite you-know-what.
I'll bet your darling granddaughter knows how to curse up a storm.
Well, let's just say her Holstein Hex might put you fellas in a bad mood. Once she's got it down pat, that is.
I hear around the neighborhood you're a pretty mean curser yourself.
Me? Sure, I've got a curse. The bad luck whammy. But I haven't used it in ages.
It's like whistling or taxidermy. You never really forget.
Come on, hit us with your best shot.
You? I wouldn't put a curse on a couple of nice fellas like you. I only curse people I hate.
About enough about Kurt.
There's something else you want to know?
Picked a vacation spot yet?
Nope.
You wouldn't have heard of it. A little town called Stuttgart.
Stuttgart? You mean to tell me I've been standing here talking to a couple of dang nab-dad-blasted Stuttgarterians?
What's your language, Gramps?
No cursing in the burial chamber.
Oh, ho, ho. You ain't experienced cursing till you got a snoot full of my extra spicy bad luck whammy.
Call it. Heads or tails?
Tails. No heads. Hell, no tails.
You lose.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-wee!
Two doorway. Wait.
Wait.
After you, little buddy.
No, after you!
Ah! It appears your luck has finally run out!
That was a gruesome ending.
Yes, but not the gruesome ending we're looking for. Let's back it up and try it again. It's a bust.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that.
Hey! Don't throw things through the doorway of death! Do you want to dull the blades?
Our bust must have busted the mechanism.
Arrgh!
What again? Can't you see Charlie and me want to be alone? That's it! You violated my inner sanctum!
Ew.
Go get him, Spot! Snacks for Charlie and me? Oh, Spot! You're such a good snake.
I don't think that's the way the story's supposed to end. Let's back it up and try it again.
What again? Can't you see Charlie and me want to be alone? Go get him, Spot! Can of nuts for our tea party? You're the best little snake in the whole world. Well, Charlie, you finally got me alone. Now's your chance to murmur those 3 little words.
We're out of here!
Huh? You! See how you like Nefertiti's curse! Wait a minute, how does it go? Oh yeah!
Maximus! No! Cows don't eat cookies! Say something, little buddy.
Moo.
Whew, he's all right. Practice makes perfect, kid. I'm sure you'll improve.
Oh, I hate you! You ruined my whole life!
Charlie, you and I are going to make beautiful music together. Now let's see. Where do my hands go? Ah! Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? She cries the whole day long.
Will you cut it out?